The Four Tendencies book. Well, you are not a mysterious complex human being, you are just one of the tendencies. An upholder, a questioner, an obliger, or a rebel. At least that is what Gretchen Rubin says in her latest The Four Tendencies book. Her research on human behavior over the years has given her an insight on our behaviors and how one ruling tendency can influence not only how we interact with other people, but also how these tendencies can influence our happiness and well-being. Gretchen Rubin is one of the most thought-provoking and influential writers on habits and happiness. Her books have sold more than 2 million copies, in 30 languages. The Four Tendencies book summary. We are always told that every one of us is unique and brings something new to the world. However, we have also known for some time that people are a product of their environment and circumstances. That other than our biological makeup, our education and background more or less shapes the way we think, make decisions and respond to praise and criticism. In the Four Tendencies book, Rubin claims that these commonalities or differences can be distilled down to 4 main types of people: upholder, obliger, questioner, and rebel. Each of these types have associated mental makeup and more or less respond in a certain way to external stimulation and situations. Why is it important for you to know which one is you? Knowing and understanding yourself is the only and best way to control what you feel and how you react. If you knew certain set of action will inevitably lead to an unfavorable situation, it is more likely that you will not go down that path. Most people will continue doing things that make them uncomfortable to go with the flow. But we all know going against our basic inhibitions never comes with a happy ending. The author begins with explaining her 4 basic behavioral tendencies and how they affect or put people in a certain box. She asks the reader to take her tendency quiz to identify their tendency match. The Four Tendencies book then goes into the core of these tendencies as the author talks about strengths and weaknesses of people who fall into certain tendency. But that is not all. It is not just knowing what you are. She further explains what works and does not work for people for certain tendency and how they can ensure that they stay in their comfort zone. She also talks about how you can identify other people and deal with them in workplace and home. The Four Tendencies book review. Written in an easy narrative style, the author takes you on a journey of self-discovery with wit and jokes as she sorts people around her in 4 groups and how these people think and reason. For example, a questioner has no doubt that if she presents the right arguments, the listener will have no choice but to accept the truth. But if the listener is a rebel, it is unlikely that these arguments will make a dent. The Four Tendencies book is a tool that you can use to make yourself do things you want to do and also stop yourself making do things that you do not want to do. But is also a weapon you can use to get people to do your bidding at work and home.